Cześć kochani, z tej strony Wynika. Witam Was serdecznie na moim kanale. Witam Was serdecznie w dalszych przygodach Henryka w grze Kingdom Come Deliverance. Jak pamiętacie, w poprzednim odcinku Henryk udał się do Użyc, aby szukać pewnego człowieka odpowiedzialnego prawdopodobnie za masakrę w stadninie. W międzyczasie, słuchajcie, udał się do skryby, którego nauczył się czytać. I teraz zadaniem Henryka jest udać się do domu Lubosza, który coś może wiedzieć o sakrze w stadninie. Tu idziemy. Co my tu mamy jeszcze? Jakieś nieodkryte miejsca, niezbadane. Może potem się tym zajmiemy. Tutaj był u skryby. My kawałeczek. Dobra, którą mamy godzinę, słuchajcie. O, prawie południe. To może sobie iść spokojnie Henryk? Dobra, Henio. Słucham, gdzie ty masz iść? Prosto, prosto, prosto i tu. Z lewej strony coś masz nieodkryte. Podejdźmy, zobaczymy. Oberża, no dobra. Jeszcze jedna tylko oberża, czy coś więcej? Jeszcze coś dalej z drugiej strony. Z drugiej strony oberży co jest? Gdzieś konika zostawiłam swojego, no ale... Niech sobie na razie stoi tam. Jak ładnie zrobiona wieś. W tych pagórkach. Ale ciężko im na pewno uprawiać pole tutaj, zobaczcie. Wszystko z góry w dół. Powinno mieć ciężko, jak te drzewa się trzymają. Są drzewka. Fajnie to wygląda. O, proszę, żeby się nie ślizgać, jak realistycznie wszystko wykonane. No dobra, to idziemy do domu Lubosza. Zobaczmy, czy to jeszcze daleko. Jeszcze kawałeczek. Za mostkiem w prawo. Idziemy za mostkiem w prawo. No. Tutaj co? Polowanie jakieś. To zobaczmy, kto to jest i co tu robi. No tak, wyprawiają skóry.
Got out to you, sir. I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village, by the road to Rattay.
Nie musimy się dopytywać, myślałam, że coś innego będzie można od niego się dowiedzieć. Okej. Idziemy. A nie, rzeczka stromyk zrobione. Mieliśmy iść w prawo. Nie, prosto, prosto i potem w prawo. To będzie chyba ten dom tutaj. Dobrze. Co za zgromadzenie? Chodzi na to, że to ten dom. Co zadziało?
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
If that's what you call nothing to see, I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
No ładnie. Ktoś go ładnie załatwił.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
No dobrze, zobaczmy, co tam się zadziało. Ładnie potraktował.
Who was Limpy Lubosz?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
No dobra.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Another thing about Lubosz.
To już wiemy. No dobra. I co mamy teraz? Dowiedzieć się więcej. Idźmy do środka. Czego się tam dowiemy? Ojej.
Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream. Judas. Looks like this is meant to be a warning. But for who? And why? Maybe the gang had a falling out. But a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day.
Wejdźmy, będziemy się...
Could do with a bite to eat.
O, głodny jesteś, Henryk?
Nothing here.
Zobaczmy, czy tu masz coś do jedzenia, mój drogi. Jesteś głodny? Dobra, na razie ci musi wystarczyć potem. Dobrze, co tu masz? Nie, nic nie wiem.
Nothing here.
Pomieszczenie tu i z tamtej strony.
A bed.
Na łóżko, tak.
Nothing unusual.
Dobra, jeszcze jakieś drugie drzwi są. Trzecia raczej. O. Dobra, ktoś opowiada o rzezi. Dobra, idziemy. Nic tu więcej się nie dowiemy. Gadał ci. Będę zaraz z nimi porozmawiać. Dzik. Dzik.
Good health to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That man Lubosz who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Do you know anyone Lubosz used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
Okay.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Księdza. A dobra, zobaczmy.
Do you know what Lubosz was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder...
Dobra.
That's all.
Ksiądz,
Thank you.
mówisz. Chyba pójdziemy do tego księżulka. Ale czy coś więcej jeszcze nam ktoś powie? O, wszyscy poszli. No dobra. Gdzie ten ksiądz jest? Tu jest co? Proboszcz, tu? Więcej o kulawym Luboszu. No to chodźmy tutaj jeszcze. Skoro nas tam prowadzi. Dobrze mówię w tę stronę? Nie, w prawo. I drogą przez mostek. No to wracamy. Henryk. Ten Kazik, z którym rozmawialiśmy? Tak, to jest Kazik. Dobra. I teraz co? Przyszliśmy przez mostek. Na pierwszym skrzyżowaniu w prawo. No to... Nie. Dobra. Idą ludziki. Coś się od nich dowiemy więcej. Och.
Good health to
Mam
you,
to
sir.
dokładnie to samo.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
That man Lubosz who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Do you know anyone
Może ten
Lubosz
coś
used to
będzie
spend
wiedział?
time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
Do you know what Lubosz was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
No dobra, nic nowego nam
That's
nie
all.
powiedział. Chyba
Thank you.
pójdziemy do tego księdza. Okej.
Good luck to you.
Chodzenia za tym. No dobra. Gdzie ten księżulek? Tu jest kościół. No, przejdźmy sobie krócikiem, szybciutko. Dobra. Na wprost powinien być. A to kto? Handlarz jakiś. O, zobaczmy co masz. Kupcu. Co masz ciekawego? Nie wiem, powiesz dokładnie to samo. No właśnie. I sprzedać. Czy ja coś mogę ci sprzedać? A co mogę kupić od ciebie? Jedzenie pewnie masz. Dobra. Nie rozmawiamy. Gdzie jest ten księżulek? Tu jest kościół. O, tam księżulek. No to idziemy. Tam musimy wejść. Że nie ma ten kościół żadnego? Ktoś stał. O, osoby. Tak, a tu konkubina Boguty.
You live here?
Of course.
I mean here, in the presbytery.
Yeah, right here.
In the presbytery? With the parish priest?
Yes.
Zdziwienie.
What's the matter? Don't you like me?
Yes, of course I like you.
So why are you surprised Godwin likes me too?
I'm not. I mean, I see. I think.
Dobra, koniec gadostwa, Henryk. Gdzie ten księżurek? Dobra, poszukajmy go. Tu księżurek będzie w domu. O! O, wow! Książeczka? Nie poczytam. Usiądź, śpi. Ojciec Boguta. Dobra.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosha don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are
Żebyś
laws of
wrócił do niego
God
przodem.
above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians. Worse than the murderer escaping punishment.
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening. In the tavern. Over a cup of good
Tam w
wine.
karczmie. No ładnie.
Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Good luck to you.
Ma jakąś pracę.
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
Wiedźma?
Which?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to witchery.
A little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
In other words, someone's been gossiping. And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
Consider it done.
Good.
Dobra, zobaczymy.
And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods. Take care now.
Tutaj zadanie wziął. Aj, no dobra. Zobaczmy tak. Wieczorem do karczmy mamy pójść, a zobaczmy to poboczne zadanie. Gdzie by to na mapie było? Gdzie tak Gertruda niby? No. Nie widzę jakoś, żeby było zaznaczone. Co? Niebieskie A. Tu? A, to tu gdzieś. O, kawałek drogi. By był, a jakby tędy pójść do Tamberku i potem to by było w sumie można by pójść. I tak. Ja mam się spotkać z której wieczorem w karczmie, a mamy jaką godzinę? 12. Dobra, to w sumie można by pójść do tej Gertrudy zobaczyć. Dobra. Idziemy do Gertrudy. Zobaczymy, o co chodzi. Do wieczora mamy trochę czasu. Można się przejść. My dobrze idziemy? W lewo idź, Henryk, w lewo tą drogą. Może przez pola pójdziemy zaraz. A może powinnam była wziąć konia. A, wyjdziemy. Koniem byłoby szybciej, może go zawołać. Jedziesz, Henryk? Kaczory? Tu jest droga. Dobra. O, nie w tą stronę, mój drogi. Dobra, weźmy konika. Gdzie jesteś, koń? Jesteś siwy. Cześć. Miło mi cię spotkać. Chodź, no. Moja jazda konna jest zabójcza. Ale dobra, chyba dobrze idziemy. Okej, tą drogą i potem trochę przez las. A nie, tutaj do skrzyżowania, na skrzyżowaniu w prawo. No. No. Będziesz chętny. Dobra, słuchajcie, coraz lepiej mi się tym koniem steruje, można tak powiedzieć. Okej, jesteśmy w lesie. Już jakieś skrzyżowanie jest? Przybysławice las. O, jeszcze mamy kawałek. No to idziemy. Idziemy, zobaczymy, do końca jedziemy. O, mam nadzieję, że to nie rozbójnik. Nie, wygląda mi na jakiegoś Księdza. My pojechaliśmy koniku. Mam skrzyżowanie? A jest jakieś skrzyżowanie. I chyba teraz mamy iść w prawo. No dobra. Koniku, musisz tu wykręcić i... Jo! Dobra. Masakra. Wejdź z tego konia, Henryk. Ty tu sobie robisz. Jakie fajne przejście. Wow. Ale fajne. Świetnie zrobione. Dobrze, czy daleko jest do tej naszej guszlarki jeszcze? Biegnij, Henryk. Biegnij, biegnij. Wrócisz konno. Tu sobie tylko robisz tym swoim kierowaniem konikiem. A cóż to? Aż to jakaś mgła, słuchajcie, a to taka... mech. Daleko? No dobrze, na prawo. Tu? No jest jakaś. Jedzie kobiecina. Ma fajne gospodarstwo. Laboratorium, a to ci dopiero. Dobra. Tylarka, cześć.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask all you want, lad.
Who
Chyba
was
to
this
samo
Lubosz who
powie.
was murdered?
Inne rzeczy.
Those that live by the sword die by the sword. I'm not surprised the end he came to.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Everything about him was suspicious. I always gave him a wide berth.
No dobra.
Do you know who
coś będziesz
Lubosz
wiedział.
used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
I don't know, since I don't go to alehouses.
No dobra, zobaczmy jeszcze
Do you know
ostatni.
what Lubosz was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
How would I know?
Dobra,
That's
nic
all.
nowego się
Thank you.
dowiedzieliśmy. Okej.
I've come from the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
You'd be wise to give me a straight answer. I mean you no harm.
As long as it's the
Okay.
truth you speak. Very well. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
But I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end I let them talk me into it.
What kind of ointment was it?
One that
Nasidło.
will show you a world no one else can see. A place of wonder and
No ładnie.
terror. The flowers might start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
Will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with it.
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
Yeah. I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea, or the clink of their coin? And why are you so worried about them all of a sudden? What changed your mind?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't know what they're doing. And secondly, folk might see it as witchcraft. And do you know what they do to witches?
They burn them alive.
That they do. So don't be surprised I'm worried.
It didn't bother you before, though. What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them. They wanted to talk with the dead.
I've heard enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend, and watch over them to keep them safe.
Very well. But only because the priest himself asked me to.
Thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. You take care of those women. God bless.
No dobra, jeśli zdążymy do wieczora. Dnia, droga, trening.
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
Okej. Słuchajcie. Myślę, że w tym momencie skończymy.
Well, I'll think it
I
over.
Henryk następnym razem nauczy się od tej zielarki ziołolecznictwa. Nie wiem, ile to potrwa, dlatego też nie zrobimy tego już w dzisiejszym odcinku, tylko w kolejnym. Następnym razem wieczorem na spotkanie do karczmy. Ile mamy czasu do wieczora? Jest południe, więc spokojnie można... więc spokojnie będzie można jeszcze, słuchajcie, dalej porozmawiać z tymi zielarkami i może coś od nich wyciągnąć, jakieś informacje. No i oczywiście nauczyć się tego zielarstwa, tak? Ale to wszystko następnym razem. No właśnie, tu co tu są? Lubosz. Tu są te dziewczyny. Kobiety, z którymi ma porozmawiać. No ale dobra. Na dzisiaj to, kochani, tyle. Dziękuję wam za to, że byliście dzisiaj ze mną i że razem podążaliśmy razem z Henrykiem tymi wszystkimi drogami, które przed nim są. No nic. Pozostaje wam jeszcze raz podziękować, zachęcić do subskrybowania mojego kanału. No i do zobaczenia następnym razem. Trzymajcie się, kochani. Cześć!